Hello everyone, welcome to yet another session on enterprise structure in SAP Materials Management. So in this class, we're going to discuss what is enterprise structure in material management, concept and its configuration in SAP S/4HANA system, objective of enterprise structure, and key takeaways. So then let's roll. What is enterprise structure? See, an enterprise structure is a large establishment having different types of units. Each unit of enterprise is responsible for implementing a distinct business process such as purchasing, inventory, productions, sales, and so on. So it is a hierarchy that represents the unit of organization and the relationship among these units, and also provides the clear understanding of the organization unit and their functions, like how tasks are divided, resources are deployed, and how the various departments coordinates with one another. So how the organization assigns its people, employees to distinct tasks or jobs and coordinates them in order to achieve the goal. So it helps in various circumstances, such as you're providing corporate insurance policy to its employee. Moreover, organization structure helps in management in determining the capital, allocating the resources, and finalizing the staff to set up the additional unit in an enterprise. It also facilitates the secured and timely transfer of data among the organization units. In case of establishing a newer units or rearranging or restructuring the older units, any delays in business operation arising due to insufficient or wrongly supply of sources to the concerned units can be avoided. So the formation of the organizational structure require correct assessment, proper planning, and clear understanding of the business process followed in an organization. Organization structure also depends upon various factors such as the size of the organization, nature of work, relationship among the units, and the coupling between the organization units. The enterprise or organization structure is defined on the basis of different factors. So let's understand what are the factors. The first one is functional. Functional units in terms of functions or working of the organization units. Next one is geographical. That is in terms of location of various units in a region where they are situated. And that resulting structure represents the geographical location of different units in a hierarchy. Third one is products. Based on the products also, products manufacturers or you product purchased or sales, the resulting structure represents the hierarchy of the product or output. Next one is hybrid. Hybrid organizational structure by combining two or more different organizational structure if they are serviced by a single vendor or manufactured a common projects. Next one is matrix structure. Matrix structure is where the task of organization unit are not very apparent. Now let's discuss the different organization units in detail. The first one is we have a concept known as client. In SAP technical system, client means the different installation of SAP used for a specific purpose. Okay, client is defined as a self-contained commercial, organizational, or technical units within the SAP system. This means all the business processes or business data within the client is protected from other clients. Each client has its own customer data, which has to be considered as the exclusive property of that particular client. Conceptually, client is a technical and organizational independent unit that contains its own set of master data or application or customizing data. So clients create a separate environment for users for different user groups or with different purposes within the same SAP system without actually using the different database. So From the technical point of view, client is specified by using a numeric IDs. Okay, so it is difficult to understand the client concept in this light when you are just starting out in SAP. In the standard project settings, there will be three different environment: develop environment, quality assurance environment, and production environment. So within each environment, there are different clients that are used for a specific purposes. If you are interested in knowing the client and its detailed function, put a comment so that I'll prepare a video on that. And client is created by a basis team with a T code SCC4. So let's take you to the SAP system and see how the client is configured. Though it is not the responsibility of a finance person or a material management person or any model for that, it is the technical basis team who set up those clients. To set up the client, if you can go to SCC4, you'll see in this system we have only two clients. One is 000, another is 800 clients. And if you select any of the clients, go to the details. In this client, you will see the client number with a description, city, and logical systems. Logical system helps in mapping a different client into different installations, and various other control parameters are also there. This is set up by your base systems. But if you can create your own, go to the other entries, put a client number, let's say 100, enter, and then you put all the details that is in your hand. But that is the function of your base systems. Now let's go to the next enterprise units, that is called company code. Say company code is a legal entity and it's an independent organizational unit in accounting that responsible to prepare the financial statement for external statutory reporting purposes. We can have multiple company code under a client. Company code, as you know, it is created by your FICO consultants. I have a detailed video on that. Please refer to the link in the description to know the details of it. And client is connected to different company code, multiple company codes. You can create a single company code or multiple company code depending upon your requirements. And under this company code, we can go to the next organization unit in material management, that is called plants. What is the plant? So plant is an independent physical and highest organization unit in material management. In SAP systems, for any material movement, the location has to be defined as a plant. In simple words, a plant is an organization unit within a company that typically represents a distribution center or a manufacturing location where materials are produced, purchased, planned, inventorized, shipped, or valuated or serviced. It can also act as a maintenance facilities, for instance, production facilities, branch office. So valuation of the material stock either at a company code or a plant by using the valuation level. So depending upon the usage, we can have three types of plants. One is your production plants where the production facilities are available. Inventory plants where the stock of the materials is managed. Maintenance plant where the maintenance of goods takes place. Okay. And a company may have multiple plants under it. It can be one plant, it can be multiple plants, depending upon your requirements, you can configure. And in SAP, plant is defined on the basis of three units. We call it as a factory calendar, country key, and region key. The plants, the next or enterprise units are known as storage location. So what is the storage location? Storage location is a place where stocks of raw material, semi-finished goods, finished goods, or your maybe POS materials, spare parts, etc. There are physically stored within the plant. So storage locations are plant specific and define the global level of material location within a plant. So it is used to differentiate different material stocks within a plant. All the data is stored at the storage location level for a particular storage. Many storage locations may be defined for a plant, but minimum of one storage location is required. As a best practice, the number of storage locations should be kept to a minimum and it is possible to store material data specific to the storage location. An important concept to remember, stocks are managed only on a quantity basis and not on the value basis at the storage location level. Physical inventories or counting of your physical stocks in the warehouse carried out at storage location level. And a storage location can be assigned to warehouse number in the warehouse management system if your organization implement the warehouse system. So we can assign more than one storage location to the same warehouse within the plant. And a storage location is a directly linked to one plant, or you have multiple storage location that can be assigned to different plants, as you can see in this particular slides. Apart from this company code, plant, storage location, we have another very important enterprise units in material management that is known as purchasing organization. And purchasing organization is responsible to procure the material or services for one or more plant and for negotiating the general condition of purchase with the vendors. So the purchase organization assumes the legal responsibility for all external purchases transactions and is responsible for all purchasing activities, including the processing of request for quotations, purchase orders, and a purchasing transaction is processed completely by one single purchase organization and with authorization to maintain the master data. Process of purchasing transaction are assigned for the purchase organization. A purchase organization can be assigned to several company codes. Several company codes means that is called your corporate group wide purchasing. That means this purchase organization we can assign to two different company code here we have configured. That can be possible. That is corporate group wide purchasing organization. That means the purchasing can be done for all these company codes. Okay, so the major decision regarding the establishment of purchasing organization is whether to establish them at plant level or company code level or reference purchasing organization level. That could be taken before the project has come into life or project prepared. So we can organize our purchasing functions in a corporate group wide purchasing, that is, or maybe a company specific purchasing. Okay, so that means purchase organization directly link with a single company code. Okay, and it can be plant specific as well. Plant specific purchase organization can be assigned to plant, a single plant or multiple plants. That is a plant specific. Group wise means there may be situation where a common purchasing organization is established across different company code in the first session we have already discussed. As a result, plants of different company codes use the service of the common purchase organization to complete their purchasing processes. So in this case, we don't have to assign a company code to the purchase organization, but specify the company code concerned for the each individual purchasing transaction. We assign the plant from different company code to the purchasing organization also. And we have a company specific purchasing that we have discussed, that is assigned to a single company code, right? In this case, we assign a company code to the, and the purchase organization may procure only for this particular company code, or else we can assign only plant of the company code concerned to the purchasing organization also. And since each plant must be assigned to each company code, later can be determined by the plant at the time of each procurement transaction, even if the procuring purchasing organization has not been assigned to the company code. So apart from that, we call it as cross plant purchasing organization if it is assigned to multiple plants, same purchasing organization assigned to same multiple plants under a company code. And another concept is reference purchasing organization. A purchasing organization can be linked to one or more other purchasing organization, and the centralized purchasing organization that are set up to monitor the purchasing process across the organization is called reference purchase organization. It can be linked to plant of one company code or plants of one company codes or plants of other company codes. That can be done. Apart from that, we have also individual purchasing organization at plant level. So that means we can create one purchasing organization which will be linked with a single plant, or a purchasing organization can be assigned to separate plant each plant wise. Example, let's say Tata Group. Here Tata Group is considered as a client under which we can create multiple legal entities, that is Tata Motor India and Tata Motor US. So both will be act as a or represented in the system as a company codes which will be linked with the Tata Group. Under the Tata Motors India or US, we may have multiple plants here. One plant is in Mumbai and Vapi under the Indian company code, and in US company code, one plant is in Newark and another one is Austin, and those are linked with your company code. And under each plant, we have multiple storage locations: raw material storage location, finished good stock, written materials, spare parts. These can be linked to your directly to your plant. Okay. Now, these are the concepts of the enterprise structure. Now let's go to the configuration. As we know, I have shown you how to create the client, though it is not your responsibilities. It is of the basis team. They will set up the client for you. Company code is also created by your finance consultant, FICO consultants, and where the path. So SPRO system, SPRO transaction code, SAP reference IMG, then enterprise structure, definition, financial accounting. Under financial accounting, we can create a company code. Edit, copy, delete, check company code. Execute. Go to the edit company code data, new entry, and put a company code ID or a company code key. So maybe company code is, let's say, 1212, 1213, and company name is ABC Private Limited. Which city is located? You can give the city name here where the company code is located. Country, India. If you do not know the ISO code of the country, region, you can take the field help here and you can manually search this. Search your country key or currency code. And language will be official language of the country where your business is going or company code setup is done. After putting all the details, you can save it or put a address of the company code, the detail address where, because company code is not a, it is office, maybe they are a physical location maybe there, so that address you can add it over here. So put the address over here, that is postal zip code number, city name, country region, and region is here 10, that is Karnataka. After putting all the details, you can just enter and save it. So when you save it, it is asking all the details here. Now enter, and we need to create our own customizing request or transfer request. Let's say ABC Private Limited enterprise structure configuration. Save it. So all our configuration or whatever the change request created, it will be saved in this particular request number. Now the data has been saved. Let's go back. Again, go back. Cancel this page. After the company code is created, I have created only one company code. But in the practical, in the real-time scenarios, you may create multiple company code. Or when if you are working in a single project with a single company code, then one company code may be created by your finance colleague. Next one is, we'll discuss the plant, how to create the plant. And the transaction code of the company code is OX02. Okay, this is where you can find the additional information, display key, and IMG activities. If you click over here, you can see the functional model in the right hand side. and the transaction code of each of these enterprise units or each of its objects. Now you can see the transaction code, last four character is the transaction code of this company code. Okay. Next one is we need to configure our plant, for which we need to go to the logistics general, because plant is used in production planning model, sales and distribution model, material management model. So plant is very important. So we'll go to define the plant here. And transaction code is OX1010. New entry. I'll put it plant, let's say 1213, or maybe 1211. This is my plant. Name of the plant is, let's say it's a Bangalore plant, ABC. And see here we have a catch. Mostly plant is defined on the basis of three things. One is your factory calendar. What is this factory calendar? We have some standard factory calendar we can issue. Let's say I am using the German standard factory calendar, or country-wise factory calendar is already there in the system. You can use that. It contains the information about the plant activities, such as your planning, production, assembly, or delivery process. So it is a basis of the calendar of a specific countries where the production planning happens, resource allocation happens, or any market fluctuation. Depending upon that, we create the plant. So different countries around the world use different factory calendar to identify the holidays, working days, and a factory calendar forms the basis of your scheduling various business activities during a period. And in the standard system, we have this. So we can save it. And once you save it, since plant is a physical place, so it will give you the address of it. So you can give it the details here, and address and give. And country key India, where your plant is located, that country key, and region key you can add it here. After adding all the details, you just have to enter and save it. I'm saving it in the same transport request. Now plant has been created. Okay, now go back, again go back. Next one is we need to create the storage location under this plant. To create the storage locations, we need to go to the materials management. Maintain storage location OX09 is the transaction code. Maintain storage locations, under which plant we are going to create these storage locations, that I need to add it here. And under this plant we can create a storage location. It can be for raw material storage location, so I'll put it as a raw material storage, or it can be finished goods storage also. So I'll just put the finished goods storage, or it could be your semi-finished good also, that you can do it as per your requirement. Or it can be spare parts, so you can create multiple storage location within the same plant, and you can save it. Okay. Now each location, each storage location may have different addresses. You can add this by selecting and going it, but I'm not maintaining any address. If you do not maintain the address, all the storage location will belongs to the plant address. So plant address will be default for all the storage locations. Now we go back, and then will create the purchasing organization, which is most important enterprise unit under material management, especially for reporting purpose. OX08 is the transaction code. Execute, go to new entry, create one, let's say 1213. 1213 is already there, so I'll just put 1 or maybe 1 is there, so 1Z I'll put, and here we need what, let's say centralized purchase organization, and you save it. Now, after creating all the enterprise units under material management, we need to link with one another so that a structure will be created. A hierarchical representations of the organization unit will be created, or reporting structure will be created. But how to do that? To do this, we'll go to the assignment field here and go to the logistics general, assign plan to company code. If it is, because under a particular company code you may have multiple plants. In our case, we have created a single plant, so that is 1211. And what is my plant? I don't know. Okay, let me, which one we have created, sorry, this is our company code. So our company code is 1211, I believe, or you can add whatever your company code you have created. 1213, that is our company code, ABC Private Limited. 1211 is my plant, so that has been created and assigned. So we have established a linkage. Now you save it, enter. Next you go back, and then you can assign your plan to a particular business area for your finance reporting point of view. Okay, business area is a organization unit in accounting, so your FI consultant has to create that, and then you link it. Though here we need to assign my plant. Valuation plant is also known as valuation area, because materials will be valued under the plant level or company code level. Most of the time it is plant level, so I'll put my plant here, and which will be linked with your division, that is your logical grouping of your products. Let's say I'm dealing with software products, and my business area, which must be created by your finance people. So I'm just adding, let's say my business area is 0011, so it can be assigned to that. And after putting it all, now go back. So we have established a relation between your products, your business area, as well as your plant. Then if you go to the materials management, we need to assign the purchasing organization to the company code. If it is a centralized purchasing or your group wise purchasing, you have multiple company code, you can assign the purchasing organization to the company code. Or if it is a plant specific, you can do that as well. So we have to go to the purchasing organization, it's 121G, and continue, and which will be assigned to our company code. So you can do that and save it. So this configuration can be done. Now you go back, assign the purchasing organization to plant. If you want to, your purchasing organization is plant specific, then you can also do it here. You can create multiple purchasing organization, assign to individual plant, or you can assign one purchasing organization to different plant as per your requirement. So my purchasing organization is, and which can be assigned to my plant here. Now you save it. So our whole enterprise structure has been configured. How to see that? For that, we need to go to a transaction code known as EC02. That means viewing your enterprise structure under the plant level. So that you can see. And let me first go to the system here. Now go to the EC02. After that, we'll go to the organization structure and go to the navigation, enter, and select your plant that you have created. Okay, so go to the choose option, or you can find your what do you call it, plant here. You can find it also. Where to find, how to find, just go to the find button here, edit and find button. So my plant is 1211, which is here. Click, double click here. Now see here, this is my plant which is linked, which has three storage location. One is finished good, raw material, semi-finished goods. My plant is also linked with your company code. So that means my company code is linked with the plant purchasing organization. And purchasing organization also link with my company code as well as the plant. So you can see here as well. Okay, so this purchasing organization linked to company code as well as plant, and purchasing organization, central purchasing organization linked with the company code. So in this way you can see all our enterprise structure in a very clear graphical wise. So this is it for the configuration part. Now if I go to the configuration part is over. After the configuration, what are the what do you call it, key takeaways? What are the key takeaways? Mostly as an organized structure, which is very critical for configuring the material management and other module like finance module. And the important organization unit include your client, company code, plant, storage location, purchasing organization, and each with a specific role in managing materials and procurement. Okay, so it is a well-defined structure which is essential for data consistency and smooth operation across the supply chain. So these are all about your enterprise structure. And if you have any confusion, doubts while configuring it, or any concept wise issues you are facing, put it in comments. I'll address those issues. Thank you so much.